Hey everyone, Imran Web Squadron. Hope you're okay. It's Monday. We are back live again. I've had a bit of a busy morning, a bit of a non-starter. Hey Peter, how are you feeling, mate? Have you got an appointment today, Peter? Am I wrong? Have you got an appointment today? Because I know, health and all of that. Are you feeling all right? So I had to go get my COVID jab and then rush back again because I wanted to make sure I was here in time for this. I'm starting a little bit earlier, about 8 minutes. But yeah, just starting a little bit earlier. Hey Atlantis, how are you? Great to have you, Atlantis. Hey B Informatica. Okay, Peter, Wednesday. Yep, no, I don't forget, Peter. I don't forget. Important things I do not forget. Last night, I had this really, really funny conversation with someone who wants to hire us to do some videos for them. And basically, they were like, how much would it cost for you to do a 2-hour video? And I basically went, a 2-hour video? A 2-hour video will probably be about 5 to 6 hours of my time. Because I have to research, prep, record, edit, right? You're looking at about 5 to 6 hours easily. When I told him the cost, he started saying, yeah, but I've spoken to others who are much cheaper. And I literally said to them, hey, Charlie, well, what you come to me for then? Hey, we got 2 Charlies, Charlie B and Charlie. Hey, I hope you're all right, my friend, second Charlie. I'm hoping you're liking the stuff we're doing on WordPress and Bricks and Elemental. We got loads of stuff on that. But talking about this person who wanted to hire us to do videos, when I told them our price, which are reasonable prices, they then started saying, yeah, but someone said they would, like for a 1-minute video, someone would charge $15. And I was like, there's no way in hell I would do even a 1-minute video for $15. Because you got to research, prep, record, edit. $15, someone out here might go, oh, that's good. Not really. Trust me, never do a 1-minute video for anyone, hey X, for $15, right? And he started reeling off all these other people. And guess what? He even said he's used Jim Farhad. Hey Gary, he even said he uses Jim Farhad. And I was a bit like, well, what are you coming to me for? And guess what he said? This person, genuine person, who works for a company that develop themes, genuine person, we like the sound of your voice. We don't want to don't show your face, we like the sound of your voice. And I thought, what kind of erotic video are we recording here? What kind of live chat are we setting up here? What dirty phone line? Anyway, I told him my costs and I said, I'm not backing down. And if you claimed, I was in I said it nicely, by the way, but what I was basically saying to them was, hey, Carapos, what I basically said to him was, he named off quite a few people who I know are big players. They have got tons more subscribers than I have. And he started telling me their costs. And I went, well, what you come to me for then? Some of these people you're mentioning are really good at presenting. Jim Farhad, I don't really care about Jim Farhad, right? We don't really care about him, right? But some of the other people he mentioned are good at what they do. I even think they've got better cameras, better sound quality, and better setup than me. Seriously, they are good. So why is he coming to me for? If their costs are so much lower, what are you coming to me for? Right? Anyway, we've got a semi-agreement, but I've said to them that, yeah, exactly, Charlie. 1-minute video of Uranus. Hey, I'd do that for free, Charlie. You know, you can have that one free. Hey, Inderpreet, yeah, happy Diwali to you too. I hope you've had a great weekend. Hey, Rajat, happy Diwali to you as well. I hope you've had a great time with your friends and family. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. I hope you're all staying safe. Be careful, whatever you're doing out there, with any festival, all right? We're not just talking about Diwali, we're talking about any festival. Always stay safe. Even when you're with friends and family, don't do anything dangerous and be careful. Back to these videos. So, basically, Peter, they want me to record a video of their theme. And then they will distribute that video wherever they want. It doesn't go on our channel. They will use it wherever they want. And I'm like, that's fine. That is fine. But you will pay the time. Okay? So a 15-minute video would, in my world, work out to about 2 hours time. And here's why. I've never used this theme. I've never used it. I'll have to go in, install it, test it out, work out what I'm going to say, work out my semi-script in my head, record, edit, So I had to say to them, a 15-minute video is not 15 minutes. It's about 2 to 3 hours time. So you've got to pay for 3 hours time. And if you ask for a revision, you have to pay for the revision. That is the way the world works, okay? That is the way the world works. Hey, Dave, how you doing? So Charlie, the other Charlie, you asked about Jim Fahad. Is he dodgy? Look, Jim Fahad, right? Look, I don't know the person, okay? I just found that him and his brother went on a bit of a, they don't like me. And they were quite happy to put, nasty comments about me and all of that. So I've blocked them. Jim Fahad and his brother, I've blocked. So if they want to watch my content, they can go and do it via VPN. But I've blocked them just because I don't trust them. I'll be honest, I don't trust them. Hey, look, don't forget to hit like if you have not already. So last night was a bit of a funny conversation. So what did I charge in the end? What did I charge? Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me open it out to all of you. If you were going to, how much would you charge for 3 hours of your time? Okay? To do a video recording. The video ain't 3 hours, but let's just say the time to research, record, edit is going to take up 3 hours of your time. What would you charge? What would you charge? The thing is, though, Carapaz, I would win that boxing match because I would use facts. And I would easily pull up loads of instances where they have not been honest, right? I base everything on facts. $2,000? It weren't that high, Gary. It weren't, Gary, that's... I mean, $2,000 would be lovely, but it was not that. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. So I'll tell you what I said, okay? I said to them it would be... I mean, I live in the UK, but I gave it to them in dollars, so they got it. Peter, you are actually almost bang on. $660 is what I said. $660. So, because potentially this could lead on to other videos. Now, if it leads on to other videos, then we renegotiate and we relook at what we're getting and what we're doing. But Rajat, the video is not on our channel. The video does not go on the Web Squadron channel. The video is for them to do whatever they want with it. Yeah, nice one, Peter. But the video is for them to use wherever they want. We don't upload it. We give them the video and they can put it in their marketing wherever they want. They can put it on the WordPress repository. They can do what they want. There is no mention of Web Squadron in that video. You don't see my face. Hey, Maddie. Hope you're okay. And Maddie, thank you so much for your wonderful email you sent on Friday as well. Okay, that was really nice of you. And I hope everything progresses really, really well with your website. You know, you've got my blessing. Okay. So... It was one of those interesting conversations where, and I get this quite a lot, people contact you and they say something like, we want you to build our website. And when you tell them the cost, they then go, oh, but so-and-so's cheaper. And you kind of go, but then why don't you go to them? Because it's like going into a Ferrari garage. You go into a garage, right? Brand new, the showroom, they've got a brand new Ferrari. And you go in and go, oh, but next door, they've got a Fiat 500 for like $15,000. You're like 500,000, 15 grand, 500,000. The salesperson is going to look at you and go, well, what are you doing here for then? Go back over there. Go over there. It's like going into McDonald's, right? It's like going into McDonald's and going, I want a regular Coke. I'm not paying £1.20. The shop next door sells a can of Coke for 50p. McDonald's aren't going to go, do you know what? Do you know what, mate? You know what? We have screwed up. You're right. Sit down, right? Sit down right now. I am going to give you this regular Coke tub thing with a straw and ice. Look at this, watch. Here's the ice for 50p. It ain't going to happen, right? So when people do this, it gets me annoyed and it gets me very irritated when people do this. Exactly, Charlie. It's about your value, right? So when you give someone a reasonable cost, and the reason we're talking about this is we go on and on about this a lot. It's about the lesson in life about how when you put down a price for how much you're going to charge for logo, graphic design, web makeover, e-commerce shop, bookings, even bits and pieces here and there that your social media marketing, you will have a value in your head. You are allowed to go down a bit if you want. I don't like to go down because the minute you go down, you're opening the doors to keep going down. And I like to kind of have a floor. The ceiling is open, so it might be that the cost is from. This is where we start, and the cost could go higher depending on what else we need to do. But this person on video, I mean, here's the other thing, right? Hey, Jimmy, how are you? Hey, don't worry, Jimmy. I know you're always in the background, okay? You're always there like a shadow. I always imagined that Jimmy is here right now. He's right here now. If I look quick, I might catch him. But he's always there in the shadow. Yeah, exactly, Charlie. We can get cheaper scuba diving from. And you kind of go, well, okay, then go on then. What are you coming here for? Oh, yeah, by the way, Atlantis, it wasn't to make a site. It was to do a 15-minute video kind of thing for them. Hey, Artif, how are you, my friend? Thank you, Jimmy. So it was an idea by all of you. You said put a plant, so I put a plant. It's an artificial plant from IKEA, okay? Artificial plant with lights. It's the light. Do you remember I used to have 2 light tubes over here? Do you remember I used to have 2 light tubes dangling? Well, one of them is now behind the Mandalorian helmet, and one of them is now over there behind the plant. So I've just reused them. This, I don't know. That's just a bit of light, Charlie, in the background. I've moved it a little bit. There you go. I've just moved it a little bit there. Just so it's kind of out the way a little bit. I don't know, Charlie. Hey, Mark Newman. Hope you're okay. So what was I saying? I've lost my train of thought now. Where I was going with my thing about the pricing. Don't worry. It'll come back to me. Yeah, so this person... Oh, yes, that was it. So this person who works for a company, and he told me he's the CEO as well. I don't know how to factually check that. Their company, they sell a theme. Hey, Ruari Design, how are you? They sell a theme on Theme Forest for $59, right? For $59, okay? No, Dave. Shut up, Dave. We're not talking about breakdance, okay? But this company, right? Let me just show you. Let me now show you what they make. What I reckon they've made since they built that theme, right? Since it went live, okay? Let me share my screen. I think roughly if I multiply their if I multiply their sales by the cost of their theme in Theme Forest, right? Look at that number there. 2.1 million. They've made 2.1 million pounds and they only wanted to pay $15 for a video. And I was like, ain't happening. Anyway, the ball's in their court to decide on what they want to do. But I've made really clear to them that, look, if you don't like our pricing, just go elsewhere, because I am not going to come down on our pricing. And we get this a lot. People continuously coming in. You get a lot of spam as well. You got to watch out for the spam, right? They're just fake accounts. What's this, Artif? You random day. Someone ended up at the Cake and Bake Show. Oh, you ended up at the Cake and Bake Show Excel yesterday in London. You ended up at the Cake and Bake. Okay, Artif, you can't just end up at the Cake and Bake Show unless your kids went, your wife went, you went. I don't know. Yeah, exactly, Gary. And this is where I did say to them, but if you're making 2.1 million turnaround, right, $600 for a 15-minute video, right, should be pretty okay and easy. Yeah, so Artif, what's happening with your uncle? Yeah, I mean, Atlantis, yeah, I mean, if the sales, based on what they charge is $59 on Theme Forest, and they've had over whatever sales they had, when you multiply it by 59, you get to over 2.1 million. So they've made money, obviously. But if they now need videos to help promote it or whatever they're doing with it, you would think they would think a bit bigger picture, right? And not go for the cheapskate. Yes, RT, the solicitor. Family friend, sorry. No, Mark, it's not a uncle, it's a family friend. This is a family friend, solicitor. The other, Al-Jamaz, was the uncle. Oh, Artif is not... Okay, so anyone who's playing catch-up, right, doesn't know. Artif was creating a website for a family friend solicitor. The solicitor went and used someone else to do some other funky stuff to the website, which has affected the functionality of the website. They now want Artif to replicate or do something with it. Artif does not know how to do that. And that's not because Artif does not know. It's because it's like, why should you have to fix someone else's problems and stuff like that? And Artif's family friend is now going, hey, come on, let's get this done. And I think we've all collectively agreed that Artif shouldn't do that. Don't go fixing things for family and friends if you know it's going to stress you out. Nothing is worth the stress. Hey, Kelsey, how are you? With your coffee in the morning, obviously. And thanks for your lovely email as well last week. Sorry I haven't replied to that, but thank you so much for that. X, when companies are cheapskates, I wonder how much they believe. Well, this is it, X, okay? When I said to him, the person, your company has made probably 2.1 million in the last 4 years or so, right? 3-4 years. But you want to pay pittance for a video. And don't forget, he has worked with Jim Farhad to do videos. He has worked with other influencers to do videos. But they now want me to do it because they like the sound of my voice. I have like really scary vision in my head of like, I wonder what you're doing when you're listening to my voice. But anyway, that's all good and well. But he even told me what he pays Jim Farhad, and I then said to him, you should not have sent me that. You should not be sharing a screenshot of what you paid Jim Farhad for a video, because that opens a door to legal problems. So I'm not going to share it because he deleted it, which was good. He took away the image. But he showed me what he pays Jim Farhad, and I basically said to him, I'm based in the UK. I will expect UK rates to suit me and my budget and lifestyle and all of that. Just because you're paying someone in India, and no disrespect to anyone here, okay? Jim Farhad is in India. I think either India or... Yeah, I think he's in India. Just because you pay him X amount does not translate to you now saying, well, I'm going to pay you the same. It's like when someone, and Jimmy will probably relate to this, someone might go to Jimmy, and Jimmy does good logo design, and say, well, I can get a logo for $5 on Fiverr. I can get a logo for $5 on Fiverr. And Jimmy's going to go, yeah, so go on then. But if you want me to do it, you pay my rate. That's the way it goes, right? But a lot of people don't get that problem, do they? Charlie, okay, Charlie, I think you just gave. Okay, I'm going to say, Charlie, you just gave this comment of the day. The comment of the day goes to Charlie. No, Charlie, keep it. You should have left it. I loved it. You've just retracted it. That comment is probably the best comment I've ever seen. He basically says, right, for £15, just record a video where you go, yeah, this is a good theme, goodbye. I love that comment. And that comment is fully deserving of the £15 that it wasn't even £15, it was $15 they were going to pay. $15 converts to about what? £13? £12.50, I think. So for £12.50, I'm going to do a video for them for £12.50. I'll tell you what, the most you'll get out of me for £12.50 is a screenshot with my middle finger. That's what you'll get for £12.50, right? And I'll even add some music to it for 5 seconds. You know, the sound of a toilet flushing. That's what you'll get as the sound effect. Exactly, Atlanta's a really good point you make there. They got to sign it. If they mess up or whatever, then, you know, you charge to fix it. Kelsey, question. My questions, what percentage of your business is websites, content creation, affiliate marketing, and consulting? Ooh, very good question. Right. Let me break it down to you, okay? And I'm not going to go full depth into figures. The amount you make from YouTube, let me tell you now, is minuscule. Until you are hitting a high viewer rate. Look, when I release videos, look at the last few videos I've done. It takes a long time before I hit 1,000 views. Some of my videos are like 300-400 views, right? It can take a whole day before I've hit 300 views sometimes. Other influencers can release a video and within 1 hour they'll have 2,000-3,000 views. My videos do not come anywhere near that. I am still in the world of influencers for YouTube and websites and, Web Squadron. Not websites, Web Squadron. I'm small fish. I am still like swimming along right in a big ocean. Okay? So the downside to that, though, is the amount of time that goes into the live chats, the video tutorials, the creation, the editing, the planning, the researching. Every week I am researching what I'm going to be doing and recording, and it takes a lot of time. I keep hoping at some point in the future it will pay off. So I want everyone to know, anyone out there that goes, oh yeah, I'll do YouTube and I'll make loads of Hey Soom, hey Tice. Anyone that thinks, right, that, yes, Saturnish, for another £5, we'll add an exclamation mark to that, absolutely. So for YouTube, just staying on that point, until you get a high view rate, all right, don't anyone sit there thinking, oh, the minute I get to 1,000 subscribers, the money's going to roll in. No. It takes a lot of hard work, okay? And you gotta play the waiting game a little bit. In the old days, it would have been easier, but now you got to remember, okay? Please visualize this. YouTube have a pot of money. There are now more influencers than ever before. That pot of money has to be distributed. If there was just 2 influencers, that pot of money is halved. 1,000 per 1,000. Now you got millions. We're talking millions, right? It's distributed. And the ones that have the higher view rate, right, get the bigger hit. That's the reality of the algorithm and all of that and stuff like that. Now, back onto Atlantis' question, Kelsey's question, sorry. Affiliate marketing. We don't do affiliate marketing. I mean, I have affiliate links for Elemental. And Bertha and Rank Math, I think, and all of that. But very few. The only time we really make any Elemental really is around the Black Friday, really. And even then it's not a lot, okay? I can tell you now. Again, it's because of I am small fish in a big ocean. Consultancy, we make a bit on that. It's not a huge amount. Don't get me wrong, it might be one a month or something like that. When it comes to our mastery modules, if you go to the website, websquadron.co.uk, we have our mastery modules. We make a decent amount there because what used to happen was I was always giving away free info. I'd have a video call with someone, we do stuff, and I'm giving away loads of info. And we realised, and we basically got told by quite a few people, you need to charge for this. You're giving away a lot of your time for free. People gain from it, and you're giving up your time. A lot of time. I mean, I'm talking about a lot of time. So the mastery modules with our business, marketing, analytical, how to get clients, sharing our stash, the 5-day challenge, all of that. That does help bring stuff in as well. But the bulk of our income does come from websites. The bulk of it does come from websites. We've got one website we're trying to close off in 2 weeks' time. We've got another one where we might do a makeover on it. We've got another one where we're going to do page speed performance. And a fourth one. Let me just remind myself, because I don't think that one's happening now. A fourth one. No, that one's not happening. No, there's 3 coming up. And that's, we don't charge a lot. We don't charge a lot. I know there'll be people on it that charge a lot more than those. A basic website is £920. Basic as shit, right? If it's a bit more advanced, or we think there's more effort required, or it's a WooCommerce, or it's a booking website, the price would go up accordingly. Like for a directory website, it currently starts at £3,000. And clients are willing to pay that. By the way, we get a lot of clients via word of mouth at the moment, referrals and stuff like that. So that helps us because we don't have to go down the Facebook or Google advert sponsorship. And I would say, some people it works. But I think, right, when you think about the amount of money you're putting into adverts and sponsorship, it's sometimes dead money. Yeah, so you got to be careful. Did that answer your question, Kelsey? Or have you kind of just tipped your coffee out and gone, oh, this I hate this. Did that help you at all? Quick, just double checking the comments on here. Hey, Dave, your very good point there. Hang on to those dollars. It'll be worth 100. I don't think it will. Yeah, I mean, look, X, you know what I would say, right, to anyone that says that with certain hosting plans, you get the web builder. I would say, fine, go and do that, and then they'll come back to you. We have worked with so many people that have gone down the Bluehost web builder route or the GoDaddy web builder route, and they come running. They do it and they realize, oh my God, it's like Wix. Oh yeah, I'll do it. And then they go, vroom, I'm stuck in a vacuum. I want to do more, but I can't do more. Right? YouTube does not pay my Pepsi Max consumption. That would be a great idea, Exit. Soom, how do you feel about agencies in India charging Soom, to be honest, what you've got to look at, here's how I evaluate it, okay? There is nothing wrong from someone from the UK paying someone in India to make a website. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as they're on the same page. Do they understand the spec? Is the client going to get what they want? Is the designer in India going to give them what they want? Or are they just going to go, yeah, we can do that, we can build it, yeah, no problem. And then the designer can't actually deliver. That's the problem. You got to admit it now, okay? You got to be honest here. A lot of designers in India and Pakistan will agree to anything, but they don't even know what they're doing, or they do half a job, or they take the money. I'm sorry, I got to say it. I know people that have paid and then the designer's gone running, and there's no comeback. There's no way for them to get their money back. What? They're not going to start a legal case, are they, against someone over there? So I have no problem with it. If they want to do that, if you want to run the risk, go for it. Okay, it's a bit like if I paid someone in Pakistan to do something for me. There's some risk attached to it. But if that's what you want to do, go for it. But I get why people would do that. Now, if someone in India or Pakistan charges $200 to $500 or whatever for a website, and that's good money for them, they're entitled to do that as well. It's about economies of scale and what works geographically. Yeah? Right, just checking the questions. Yeah, exactly, Kelsey, and that's why the YouTube has been a bit of a blessing, because in some way, by us doing, I mean, look, if I started this Web Squadron live chat, how many of you would have still come to this live chat if it popped up on YouTube if you didn't know us from our previous Web Squadron videos? Be honest here. How many of you would have joined a Web Squadron live chat if I did not have, if I wasn't doing the Elementor videos and WordPress videos? How many of you would come? And I think it would be probably zero or very, very, very small. Okay, very tiny. You might have clicked on it by accident. So by being out there, it helps to build trust, familiarity. You know what you're getting. You know who I am. You know my face. You know my attitude. You know my mannerisms, my craziness. You know all of that. So you start to build a bit of a bond and you participate and engage. The same can be said for social media. So you don't need a YouTube channel. Oh, thank you, Charlie. Yeah, WP Tuts. You don't need a YouTube channel. However, if you put yourself out there on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, you join groups, you join forums. Look, I was on the Elementor Facebook community for about a year. I joined the Elementor Facebook community in July 2020. Before that, I never participated in it. Hey, Soren, I joined it. Hey, Jake, by the way, I joined in 2020, July. And I spent a lot of time on the Elementor Facebook group, helping people out, learning as well, commenting. We didn't start our Web Squadron YouTube channel with 0 subscribers until June 2021. June 2021. By that time, when I started putting videos out, people already kind of knew me because they'd seen me posting stuff and tips and whatever on Twitter and LinkedIn and Facebook, Elemental Group. So by building this persona, by building this outreach almost, community spirit in the way you come across, it helps people to come to you later on. Okay, so I would say anyone out there, you don't have to have a YouTube channel. However, if you can get yourself out there a bit more, it might help to spread who you are. Ishan, for the projects you deliver, do you give it with a good page insight score? Yes, if they pay for it. So let me break it down to you, Ishan. Let me break it down for you, okay? Let me break it down. In fact, I'll tell you what, we will do it on a little bit of paper. We'll do it on a bit of paper, okay? Let me just do it here. Right, so hold on a minute. I'm just going to share my camera. When I share my camera, I'm already sharing my camera. I know that, but I'm going to share my desktop. All right, so just hold up. Okay, right. So, hopefully you can all still hear me, all right? Okay, let me just bring this down a bit. So, a basic website cost, let's just say, right, basic website cost starts at £920. Okay, actually, can you see that all okay? Do I need to zoom in? There we go. Let's just zoom in there. Right. So £920, okay? Right. Whoops, I just drawn the table. Now, if you want us to do your SEO and your rank math, by the way, all right, don't quote me on these values, right? If you now want us to do your SEO for your home page, right? This is just for the home page, okay? And this includes, your rank math, right? There's an extra 480, right? 480. If you now want us to also do your page speed insights as well, okay, for your home page, there's an extra 360, right? You pick and choose what you want. If you now want your SEO done on every other page, right? So every other page, this is a really stupid diagram, isn't it? Like, flipping heck, how ridiculous have I made this? If you now, flipping pen, if you now want this on your other pages, there'll be an extra 360. Right? If you want your PSI done on all your other extra pages, there might be an extra cost of 240 per page. Per page. Right? So what you're doing is you're giving them a cost. You're giving them a breakdown and they get to pick and choose. So if they want a basic website and they don't want to do the SEO, fine. There's your cost. Oh, you want the SEO? There you go. Do you want it for every other page? Well, that's 360 per extra page. Per extra page. You want your page speed? Okay, there's that extra. You want it every page? That's the extra per page. Right? That's the ever full per page. You know. Right. We're back. Yeah, so Rajat, the obviously the cost for the SEO would include keyword research, looking at competitor websites as well. Soom, if you want to know what is in our SEO, you're going to have to go and check out our Sharing Our Stash Mastery module. If you want to know what we include, right, this is where you need to go, right? If you want to know exactly what we include and how we do it and how we approach it, you need to go over here. In fact, let me just get the link for you. You need to go here, Sharing Our Stash. And by the way, if you haven't checked it out already, we were getting asked about this question a lot. How do we get clients? How can you get clients? How can you use social media better? How can you market yourself better, right? This mastery module is probably the best one we've ever created. Seriously, it's the best one we've ever created. And luckily, it's not just me talking, right? It's Mark Newman. You are now going to experience Mark Newman in your face. Okay? But yeah. But yeah, by the way, here's that ripped up bit of paper. Okay? So that's some of the strategy. Oh, by the way, Melissa, hey, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't say hi, Melissa. Hope you're okay. So when you give someone a quote for a website, don't just roll into it, the SEO, the page speed insight, all of that. Give them the cost and then tell them the add-ons. And then say to them the complete cost is $5,000. Ridiculous cost, but let's just say $5,000, okay? The client at this point is going to go, shut the front door, right? And you're going to go like, but the door is shut. What are you talking about, right? You're going to say, shut the front door. But because you gave them a breakdown, you then say to them, pick and choose what you want. You don't say, I'm going to lower the cost for you. I mean, you can if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want to tweak it a bit, you can do, okay? But I will now go, right, here it is. You now pick and choose what you want, okay? In fact, shall I share something with you? And I'm going to make sure I hide out the details, okay? Because I don't want to share the client's details. Let me show you. Let me show you. In fact, you know what? Let me share with you something. Right, I'm going to stick it on a new email because I don't want to share all the details with you. All right. So let me put this on a page. Why Why is that not working? Oh, I can't zoom in. Damn it. Hold on a minute. Let me just share this with you. Just wait a minute. Okay, make sure there's nothing on here that reveals any detail. Yeah, okay, here we go. So let me just share. I've said it many times now, but I'm just going to share this with you. Right, hold on. Here we go, right. So this is someone who wants a makeover of their website. So I'm being very honest and clear with what it's going to cost now for us to do some makeover. If they want us to make over the homepage, there's the cost. If they want us to make over the about page, there's the cost. If they want us to do the GP services page, there's the cost. COVID-19 page, there's the cost. The fees page, there's the cost. The terms, there's the cost. Amend the contact page, there's the cost. Okay? Can you see the breakdown? If they want us to do the SEO and the keywords and the meta description to the homepage, £480. There's the cost. If they want us to submit the sitemap and indexing of pages to Google, there's the cost. If you now want us to do it for every other page, it's £120 per page, extra page. Because the pages aren't that meaty, so it's a little bit less than what I normally charge. They can now pick and choose what they want. 8 and 9, though, must be done together. You can't do them individually. You got to do them together. There's the cost. So if you don't want the SEO, fine, you don't do it. If you don't want the COVID page, fine, you don't get it. But that is the cost. That is how, rather than me saying, yeah, it's going to cost £2,500 or whatever, I've broken it down. So they might go, well, can we do that, and we'll do these later on? Fine, that's up to you. You just come back to us. I do say to them, though, that if you come back to us after 3 months, the costs might have gone up. Okay, every quarter we review our prices. In fact, I say, January, April, July, October, the prices might change and go up and down. Not up, down, but they might go up. Does that make sense to you, kind of what I've shared there? Okay, so I've just shared with you some inside info. God damn it. Does that make sense? You won't agree with all... By the way, you don't have to agree with my pricing, but what it is showing is what you get, right? By the way, Jake, yes, we don't do backlinking, and here's the reason why. Backlinking is for the client. If the client wanted us to go out and scope out guest posts and backlinking, we would charge a shitload more. Sorry for my French English, but we would charge a shitload more. Don't do backlinking for a minimal cost, right? Because you're going to have to go out and get them guest posts, get them a link here, share that person's link, make sure things are mutual and all of that. You got to charge a lot more for that. You need to be charging at least £1,000 or $1,000 a month, maybe even more. Because that's a lot more work and effort required, but we don't provide that. We advise the client on what they need to do for that. So we'd be like going, right, you now need to approach other websites in your niche area. Don't forget to hit like if you have not hit like already. It's really, really important for the YouTube algorithm. Hey, Catalise. Oh yeah, Catalise. By the way, though, yeah, that quote I gave you, I just copied the text out. Okay, normally it'd be a bit more polished up. Okay, honestly, trust me, it'd be more polished up than that. This is an existing client who wants us to now do some big refinements and changes after the website was first built about 1.5 years ago. So in this scenario, we can get away with just an email because everything has been back and forth with email and stuff, and a couple of video calls as well. Yeah, exactly, Charlie. Backlinking is back-breaking job, and that's why if you were ever going to offer that, do not offer it as part of your SEO. It is an add-on. You will have your... Look, did you notice what I did with my SEO? I broke it down. SEO, meta description, keyword for the homepage. Then I said an extra cost for the indexing and the submit to Google. if you're now going to do backlink, you need to now do a separate email for that as well. Okay, you need to do a separate email for that. Oh, yeah, Peter, this is just for Peter. Peter, you don't use the login at the top for the Web Squadron website, Peter. Can you go all the way down to the bottom in the footer? You'll see the word members. You click members. You don't go into the top one. That's for the new mastery modules. You scroll all the way to the bottom and click on members. Yeah? Yeah. So if you are going to offer any extra services, right? Yeah, cool, Peter. So if you don't worry, Peter. It's easy to get confused on that. Don't worry. So SEO, what you're doing, right? You might charge extra for the indexing and submit to Google, because now you got to do the Google Analytics. Then you got to do the Google Search Console, which I know doesn't take long, but you might come unstuck. Then you got to need them to give you their Gmail account details or allow you permission to do it. That takes time. Backlink, that is a separate add-on. Maybe they want you to set up their Google My Business profile. That takes extra. Maybe they want you to help them out with social media posts. That is extra. Don't give away your time like you got all the time in the world, because you haven't got all the time in the world. Hallelujah. You haven't got all the time in the world, okay? You haven't. Okay? So be mindful of what you give away, because I can tell you now, how many of you have given a quote and never had a client go, oh, is there any route? And they're totally happy with it. There will be a minority that never question a quote. The majority will be like, what? What? I thought the website would cost $10. Here's what you get for $10, right? This is what you get for $10. No, but if you break it down and they're like, that's double my budget, I go, okay, I'll tell you what then. Here's what you could do for your budget. So do this. Use this strategy to try and get visitors, and when you're ready, come back to me and we'll do the SEO, and we'll do the indexing, and we'll do some further stuff or whatever. Maybe they want a 6-page website, and I go, okay, look, your budget's not high enough. So how about we do a 3-page website, and you wanted to have a page for testimonials and contact. Let's now stick that on your homepage. At the bottom, testimonial, and then your contact. Use menu links to get there. Save yourself the cost, okay? So you can compromise and show them you're willing to work with them because you're thinking of them. But you give them a menu list of all the stuff you're going to do, and you let them pick and choose it. I hope that made sense for today's session of Imran Web Squadron. Blah, 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 blah. I'm in a bit of a crazy mood today, because I was really angry because I lost an hour today trying to record a video and something wasn't working, and I then had to change what I now want to do. But I have got a load. I need to in the next. I'll tell you now. In the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. It sounds like a lot, but in the next. Well, it's stretched out over this week and next week, but I have 7 days in the next 14 days, 13 days, not including today, to record 21 videos. You're probably going to go, oh, you can do that. I've got website work. We've got to close off a job. I got another client who made some changes, which got me annoyed. We've got 2 other projects that are coming in. I think they're hot and they're coming in because I've just had an email now from one of them. I think they're hot. They're hot. They're going to close it. They're going to close to become real projects. But I've got to fit in 21 video recordings. It's going to burn me out. I tell you what. So when you kind of have in your head, I'm going to get 4 videos recorded in the morning and I only get 2 done, which means I've got a backlog of 2. it gets me fired up. It gets me into, like, right now, if you remember the Power Rangers, right? The original one from the 1990, when was it? It would have been 1991, I bet. Right? You know, Megazord. Megazord? Or Megalotrodonsaurus. Yeah, I'm in, like, mode right now. No, Charlie, that does not include the $15 one. They can basically... well, no, they might come back. I don't know. Who knows, right? Yeah, cool, Jake. I'm glad. You know, you've been. Yeah, you're right, Jake and Charlie. Never buy backlinks because you don't know what you're getting, and it could open up a can of worms as well. Mass stigma. Well, what I would say, Mass, yeah, you can. I would say, rather than doing it over an email or phone, I would say to the client, right, I'm going to email you in, be very clear. I say to them, I'm going to email you in 30 minutes, 1 hour. Make sure they know that you're coming back to them. Don't say, I'm going to email you, because in that time, they might go and find someone else. Say to them, I'm going to email you in half an hour, in 1 hour. Let them know so they know it's coming, right? And then you give them the breakdown. If you do it over email, they forget. And you're going to start to scare them. If you start going, yeah, $700, $400, $500, $300, blah, blah, they're going to get a bit lost. Hey, George, glad to have you here. So I would say talk to them, but then break it down in an email so they know exactly what they're getting and they can pick and choose what they want. Maddie, is there a way to import a newsletter from Canva to MailerLite? Ooh. I'm going to be really cheeky here, Maddie. Can you Google that? Because I don't know if you can. I'll be honest, I don't know if you can. Can you email that? There you go. Mark might have the answer for you there. So make the newsletter read only in Canva and put the link. Right. Yeah, I know what Mark is saying. Right. So in Canva, when you go to the download or the settings for it, you can set it as a read only, which means if anyone clicks the link, they can read it, but they can't edit it. You then put that link into MailerLite. So I think that's what he's probably saying. Just checking the comments. No, Jake, I have seen Hello Bonsai. I think Hello Bonsai is really, really good. I have seen it. Client, no, we don't do that. We have our way of doing it. And I would say, actually, George will back me up on this, yeah? But the Atarim website collaboration tool is a pretty neat way of managing stuff. I mean, we have our invoicing system for our business account to manage our finances and client details and stuff like that as well. What is your burnout self-care routine? Kelsey, it's easier than you think. Pepsi Max. I mean, this is not Pepsi Max. This is SodaStream Pepsi Max, but it's Pepsi Max. And I haven't done it this morning, but I like to do a 10-15 minute routine where I'm kind of like exercising a bit. I'll do it later on in the day. I like to ensure that I still catch up on the things I like to catch up on, so TV shows and stuff like that. Honestly, I think I've been burnt out for the last 20 years, but I just keep going. Mark Newman is very similar to me. The amount of hours we've put in over our life in our day jobs on weekends, bank holidays, evenings, late nights is pretty unbelievable. And I would say that here's how I approach it. And this is not the best strategy for everyone, so please don't take this advice, okay? But I'm looking to what am I going to get? What am I going to get? Right? If I commit to this project or this task and I get it done, what does that mean? And when you are self-employed or in a business or you're freelancing, sometimes you've got to do the hard work to make it work. And you would all love to be at a point where in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years' time, there's recurring income with you doing little, right? So you can take your foot off the pedal because the money will still come in. But you're not going to get there without the hard work. But at the moment, Pepsi Max is my way of ensuring I don't fully burn out. I'm not going to say I don't burn out, but I don't fully burn out. To be honest, Jake, I haven't seen that app, Agile, but me and Mark, we are very much agile workers. We are very much like bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, bum. We are very much like we flex, we tinker, we tweak, we make it work how we need to make it work, but we don't let ourselves be pushed over. We are very strong-minded, me and Mark. We are very we have different personalities, but we are very strong-minded. George Atterim. Have you ever thought about getting a Padawan? To be honest, Charlie, here's how we approach the Padawan side, okay? Here's how. This is what you need if you want to be a Padawan of Web Squadron, okay? Here's how it is. Because we did have like a membership, but I have to be honest, that was taking a lot of time. But here's what you need, right? I've just put the link in. You need to go to the Web Squadron Mastery Modules. You need to go to the Web Squadron Mastery Modules, and that is how you're going to learn. To be honest, Charlie, what I would recommend, is rather than you work... I would say this, working for someone for free, be very careful of that because someone could take advantage of you for that, all right? It happens all the time, especially in the web design world. People will take advantage of you for that. The web design mastery modules, yes, they cost, but you're going to get everything in Mark and my head for you to now learn and apply to your own business and other people. Mastigma. Thinking of adding a cost calculator. Mastigma. What I would say, is QI add-ons, which is a plugin. QI add-ons. You got to get the pro version. They have an amazing plugin for that. However, Forminator, which George and I love, Forminator is really, really good. Okay, for you doing the same thing where you could add a form with a cost calculator and they pick and choose what they want. Yeah, exactly what Mark says there as well. The corporate world will drop you when you don't. At least we can work for ourselves. Yeah, do you know what I mean, Kelsey? It is... Sometimes, though, the burnout does get to you, and you'll be in a bad mood. Like, sometimes, like, my wife talks to me, I'm like, oh, just leave me alone, I'm working, get out, leave me alone. Can't you see I'm working? Out. Sometimes with my son, I have to be honest, sometimes I'm like, Raheem, leave me alone, look, just give me 5 minutes, I've got to sort something out. And he kind of does. So you can have good days and bad days. But when the money lands, no one here can tell me, oh, we do it for fun. When the money lands, it makes it worth it. And you can't ignore that, and sometimes you've got to put in the hard work. Maddie, recreating the whole thing by screenshot and then upload. You don't do it like that, Maddie. You don't do it. I'll have a dig, Maddie. I'll have a quick look on Google as well. I'm pretty sure there's a video on it on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can say, that when I'm not working, when I'm not on my machine doing stuff, right? Sometimes I'm sat there watching TV and I'm not even watching the TV. I'm just sat there I'm not watching, I'm just looking at it. I sit there and go, I could be doing X, Y, Z. I could be doing the client. I could be researching more. I could be recording a video. I've got 4 videos that need editing. I could be doing that. And my wife will say to me, oh, you're working again. But it's like I'm looking beyond the work to what the reward is, and it's a bit like baking a cake, right? Oh God, we've got to bake a cake now. But the reward is a wonderful cake that you and others are going to enjoy. Exactly, Jake. You know what? If you can make your freelance work, if you can make it work for you in turn, and let me tell you now, okay? Let me tell you now, okay? I've given up my day job. My income is a lot less than my day job. It's a lot less. Financially, has that hit me? Yes, it has financially hit me. However, I am happier. I am happier. I'm not having to attend meetings just because I have to attend a meeting. Video calls, drive downs, whatever. I don't even have to talk to some people that I didn't really ever want to talk to, but I had to talk to them because it was part of the job. So that cut in my income, I think one day we will get it back. It will take time. But right now, I'm happier. And that's how you have to look at it. What you need to do, okay, is what you need to do, and Mark explains this in the module, right? What do you need to earn per month? Forget going out. What do you need to earn per month to pay your bills? You know, food, energy, electricity, broadband, all of that. And anything else, if you've got any, like your mortgage, right? Whatever else you got. What do you need to be earning per month? What do you need to be earning per month? Right? Ensure you make enough money to pay that. Ensure you make enough money to pay that. And then make a bit more, the gravy that comes afterwards. So let's just pretend, okay, let's pretend you're earning $5,000 a month. And you're suddenly going to go into freelancing or something now. And you think, I might only make $1,000 a month. Let's pretend you're earning 5 as a total after tax, pretending 5,000. And you're going to go down to 1,000. Everyone is going to say to you, what the shit is your problem, dude, dudette, woman, girl, man, person, elephant? What are you doing? But if your monthly outgoings are $800 and you know you can make 1,000, you've broke even and more. Are you happier? Are you traveling less? Do you have more time? I take my son to school now. I pick him up after school. I wasn't doing that before. I was sometimes leaving home at 6 a.m. in the morning to drive down to work. Or I was leaving home at 5:30 in the morning to get a taxi to the station, then get a train, then another train just to attend a 1-hour meeting. Don't get home until 7:30 at night. Right? Your day is gone. So what do you need to earn? Hit it. Don't think about it. Hit it. Make it happen. And then look beyond to what you need to do to get more and make that happen. Consistently, on and off, however you need to do it. So Jake, if you've got 3 jobs now, just reevaluate. What do you need? What can you do? What's going to give you more time? Because I'll tell you what, if you're doing 3 jobs and you want to do your freelancing, if you're able to make that work for you and you put more time into your freelancing, will the income go up? Okay, Kelsey, how did me and Mark meet? Well, we've known each other since 2014, I think. Might have been before that, 2013. 2014, definitely 2014. So me and Mark work 2014, and then Mark became my line manager in 2016, beginning of 2016, or end of 2015. So me and Mark, we've worked very closely together. Just checking the other comments. Oh, Brian, by the way, hey, not said hi to you. Hope you're okay. Yep, just checking the comments. Aha, Charlie, £50 for Charlie, 2,000 for the kids. Yeah, Charlie, that's kind of yeah. I mean, I would say, yeah, the conversations me and my son have in the mornings and after school, I know that he does not have those conversations with my wife when he's home. So there's stuff we'll talk about going to school and coming back that he doesn't talk about to anyone. So it's kind of like, it creates interesting. Yes, Zoom. Well, no. Well, we worked with the NHS, Zoom. Me and Mark, we worked in the NHS. Analytics, business analytics, in the NHS. Exactly, Brian. You do need to know your number. You got to make sure you cover your outgoings, not including partying, because that's always variable. But what is your core outgoings? Cover that and more. Kelsey, do you attend live networking events? Honestly, Kelsey, I've been thinking about it. I have been thinking about it. Haven't attended. I've done some virtual ones. I haven't done a face-to-face one. There are a few coming up in the UK. I have thought about them. But if I'm going to be really, really honest, if I was going to attend one, I would rather attend if I was presenting. This sounds really vain now, and this might be a bit of vanity coming out. But if I was going to attend a live event, I'll be really honest with you, okay? There's an event coming up in the UK that I'm not going to mention. I've looked at the list of attendees, and I can tell you now, I don't think 75% of them really know what they're doing. I think they're just up there to push their product. In fact, I can tell you now, one of them is definitely just up there to push their product. Because I've seen what they present twice, and it's the same thing. They're not telling you anything new, okay? But they're pushing their product and their service. And I feel like if I was going to attend a live event, don't know how you all feel about this, but I would only attend if I knew I had a chance to present. Because I love presenting. I love talking. I love sharing things. But I would also want to make it meaningful and useful to the audience as well. What I don't want to do is go, hey, look, you need to do X, Y, Z. But if you want to do it, I can't tell you here, you got to buy my service. I don't like that. I really, really don't like that. Right? So I would rather be presenting because it's a form of networking and getting your face out there. So I am going to put my name out there a bit more and approach people and go, look, you had an event. I would love to attend. I would love to do a talk. I'm not asking to be paid for the talk. I'll do it. It's for free, whatever. Gratis, okay. But I would rather be a speaker than just an audience member, because I can tell you now, some of the talks they have on there are, in my opinion, they're talking crap. Okay, they're talking crap. They're just saying they're reeling off stuff that they've probably got off a blog post that someone else has written, and they're just regurgitating it. There's no real life experience coming out. It's like yeah, thank you, Brian, on Uranus. But it's like one person who does talks about LinkedIn, right? One person does talks on LinkedIn, right? Their LinkedIn follow rate and everything is tiny, but they make out they know everything about it. And I'm like, I don't think you do. Anyway, back to the questions. Yeah, me and Mark were always looking for a way out of the corporate world, always. Charlie, do you activate Flexbox Container? No. And I'll tell you why, Charlie. Until the final Flexbox Container comes out, you don't know what you're getting. What if the final one comes out and Elementor do something drastic to the settings? What if they do? And you've built it, and then all of a sudden, your client's website that is live, it has auto update. You forgot it's enabled and it breaks. And now you got to go in and fix it. So I would say, if you want to do it, do it. But I would say wait until the final Flexbox version in 3.8, and it's coming very soon, comes out. So yeah, so my experience in the NHS Zoom was like information analysis, analytics and all of that. Mark's got up to director level. I got up to like head of, so I got up to head of business intelligence and then head of analytics. So we've been very high up senior. We lead teams and work with hospitals, doctors, stuff like that. But I tell you what, it gets very tiring because you feel like you're just regurgitating the same shit every day and no one cares or listens. Absolutely. Hey, Charlie, yeah, absolutely. I would love to meet you face to face one day. Absolutely. And we can talk about Thailand. Yeah, well, the thing is, Karapos, is I feel like I don't care about the beta version and container. I care about the final version of Flexbox container. We need the final version, right? That's what we need. Because there's bugs. There are still bugs. There's an issue with the gallery. If you have two sections, right, and this one's got an advanced gallery, the advanced gallery, it will do this. In fact, let me make it more clearer. It will do this. It goes behind. And no matter how much padding and margin you put in, this advanced gallery will do this, like that. And the images are half hidden. And nothing you do will correct it. So is it worth it? If you're not going to have advanced gallery, you can get away with it. But is it worth the risk? And I'm going to say it's not worth the risk. It's like someone saying to you, hey, do you want to drive this car? And you go, yeah, all right. And they go, yeah, but the brakes don't work. But don't worry, we've put like a special block of wood. Press on the wood, right? Press on the wood and the car might stop. You're not going to drive the car, are you? You're going to say, I'll wait until the brakes are fully fitted. Or maybe they give you a car, the brakes are working, but the brake pads inside are not there. Well, it's a bit pointless then, isn't it? They go, oh yeah, the brakes work, but there's no brake pads. You're not going to drive the car. Some of you probably would. Some of you would go, yay! Downhill, yay! You'd be like, yay! No, I wouldn't. I'll tell you what, I definitely wouldn't. So I would just say, wait. And I would even say, don't rush it. Hey, Mia, hope you're okay. I am, by the way, though, yeah, press on the wood. Press on the damn wood, it's not stopping. God damn it. And when it does stop, after you crash into a tree, you're going to go, hallelujah! Right? Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bit of an afterthought, to be honest, Jake. It's been there's a lot of afterthoughts at the moment, but I really hope they improve things because there's so much competition out there now. Please hit like if you have not hit like already. It's massively important for the YouTube algorithm. We do not make money out of it, but it helps us get found and hopefully grow as a channel. I am going to give you all the 2-minute dreaded warning now. Mia, you've just joined. I'm so glad to have you here, but I'm really sorry to say 2-minute warning. Mainly because I have to... Well, basically, I've been sat here for so long. I need to now do about 10 minutes, 15 minutes of cardio. Bit of exercise. Jump up and down and all of that. I need to, I've got some clients, like, look, there's 2, in fact, it's 3. No, it's 2. That's not the right one. There's 2 clients that are close to closing off and they've emailed me half an hour ago. And I don't like to leave people waiting. I like to, close, go, okay, yep, we're going to do it. This is what we're going to do. Progress and all of that shit and stuff like that. So 2-minute warning, okay? Brian, yeah, they may not be reliable. Yes, Peter, I hope Wednesday goes okay, my friend. I hope it goes all right. Hey, love you too, Jimmy. See you soon, okay? Um, I hope you've enjoyed today's live chat. I know we've kind of gone a bit all over the place and varied today. Like I said, I've got a pretty heavy going couple of weeks coming up. I've got to juggle a lot. I'm not just saying that. I've got to juggle a lot. And if these two jobs go live, I've now got to say, right, we're not starting for a week or two, but I've got to kind of juggle them a bit, you know. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Right. Okay, everyone, I am going to cut off in about 30 seconds, I think. So, opportunity. Any last questions? Ask them now. Otherwise, I'm going to say go and enjoy the rest of your day with your friends and family, your work, clients, leads, anything like that. Make the most of today, all right? Because it's Monday. You got to make the most of today because what you do today could determine the rest of the week. So end today on a high. End today feeling, you know, I was going to say whacked out, but that sounds wrong. Feeling happy. All right, make sure you're feeling good and happy and make sure you roll out for the rest of the week and continue that vibe. Okay, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye now. Take care. Imran Web Squadron signing off. I think it'll be Rishi, Charlie. I think it'll be Rishi, won't it? I think it'll be Rishi. But anyway, look, signing off, everyone. Take care. See you soon. And great to have everyone here. Bye.